What's up, guys? It's SicolRoyalEats, SRE. Today I have for you a very impromptu. I just decided to do this at the last moment, but I'm starving. I'm almost hungry at this point. It's probably maybe around 12. I still got my earbud in my ear. My bad. Okay, if you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm Sicol, and I have for you today, it's actually a boar's head sandwich. I don't think I've ever done a sandwich on my channel. And I've actually gotten this from Kroger. Okay, and I have a bubbly, what we're drinking all day. This is bubbly grapefruit. And this is my first time trying this. And I also have this boar's head from Kroger. Like I said before, I'll be opening it in just a moment. And it is called the Manhatten. So before we get started, we're going to say grace. Amen. Thank you, God, for this food. All right, like this is like hands down my favorite sandwich. If you're new, if you look back, I really eat a lot of seafood. I love lamb, steak. I'm really almost like a food critic. I just love all types of food, So this is the Manhattan, and I'll put the description below. I know it has pastrami, it has salami. It is like my all-time favorites. And shout out to Edie. She's at the Kroger on Trinity. And she was telling me today they're actually thinking about getting rid of their deli department that makes the sandwiches, because she said that the sales are down. So I tell her all the time that I love the way she makes them. She has very, very good customer service, and she just makes the sandwiches so well. So I really love, going there when I'm in the mood for a sandwich, because they are hands down the best in my opinion. And I get mine, you can get whatever bread you like, but I get mine on the everything bagel. I may have to stand up, but I want you all to get a good look at this sandwich. I mean, it is amazing. Amazing. And you can get it cold, or you can get it through the grill to be warm. But I get mine on the everything bagel. That's the only way I've ever tried it. It is amazing. So I'm going to give y'all first bite. A COVID first bite. I mean, look at it, y'all. It's just beautiful. It is amazing. It has provolone cheese. The condiment that's put on it is honey mustard. Everything's by Boar's Head, so it's very fresh. It has no preservative, no gluten. It's just the best. Regardless of how good the meats are, and it doesn't have any preservatives in it, it tastes amazing. That's what we care about. It tastes amazing. Let y'all get a good view of that. Hope y'all can see it. And usually I don't really eat chips like that, but I'll get them because my husband, he loves to eat chips like with sandwiches or bratwurst, or we do like more simpler things on the grill. I'm not really a chip person. Like, I love pickles. So I always get a side of banana peppers on the side, and it comes with pickles, and she was nice enough to give me 2. My girl. All right. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I think that's a good enough presentation. I'm going to go ahead and pour up this drink. And this is a cup. I actually bought this from Target. It say, "I'm not bossy. I am the boss." And I have my sister, India. Shout out to India. Do my monogram on the back. It just say hashtag SRE. And it has SicolRoyalEats at the bottom. I hope y'all can see that. And she can personalize any items. Shout out to my sister. She's very reliable, and you can depend on her. So if you want anything done, make sure you holler at India Neely. She's on Facebook. I'm all about supporting those, So she did an excellent job. She did exactly what I wanted. I just told her, you know, freestyle it, whatever you think that looks good. I told her, but what I wanted it to say, and she actually did it to where it's not the white, it goes with the silver of the cup as well. So shout out to India. All right, you guys, let's dig in because I'm about to starve. Well, let me pour up the drink first. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm excited. When I'm hungry, like I said, I get hungry, but I'm trying not to, you know. So I'm gonna pour this up. Hopefully I won't waste it everywhere. You got a little ASMR. And for y'all that don't watch the YouTube, like the ASMR is just like where you have the listening sound. Okay, that's enough. And I need to do a thumbnail, so. All right, let's dig in. All right. And I tell y'all, this sandwich is so good. It is so good. I just have pickles on the side. And I don't want this video to be long, so I'm gonna try to be quick. Ooh, this bubble is good. Like I've said this before on here, but I love like Clearly Canadian back in the day. I think it was wonderful, and I really wish like I like these. I'm growing to like the sparkling waters, but I really wish they would make some with the sugar in it and not the artificial sweetener because everybody don't like the artificial sweetener. I know it's better, maybe a little better for you, but I just rather have the regular sugar if I'm gonna do that because I don't like the aftertaste, and not all of them have the aftertaste. But I'm growing to actually like them. Sometimes I want a fizzy drink, but without like drinking a Dr. Pepper or Sprite. I just want something a little different. So, but they're good. Once you find a flavor I think you like, you grow to like them. I hope y'all are having an amazing weekend. Today is Saturday. And it's around noon. Usually this is the time that I usually am just now waking up. Anybody that know me on the weekend, that's my day to catch up on sleep. Because I went the majority of the week going to bed late because I'm just a night person. It's hard for me to go to bed early. And you can get, if you like banana peppers, you can get them, put on it. But I just usually have, I make it the way it comes. Exactly how it comes. You can customize it to how you like it. You can get lettuce, you can get the tomatoes, really whatever toppings and condiments you like. And I just really like the classic way that it comes. It's amazing. And I'm not sure what other Kroger in Memphis has the deli section like this to where they can make the sandwiches, but if you're in the Cordova area and you want to try this, it's the Kroger on Trinity Road. This, this is $7.99 for this sandwich, but to me, it is worth it. It is well worth it. I mean, it's worth $10 if you ask me. Cause look at the amount of meat. I mean, and like she said, you can't really even buy a pound of boar's head deli meat for $8. So I mean, this is an entire sandwich. It's a quality sandwich at that. I was telling her I hate to hear things, especially like food and things that I like, you know, to leave or go out of business or something like this. So I told her that I'll make a video of her actually making the sandwich and me doing a mukbang. So it was very last minute, but it's so good. And I like to try new things. My husband, he say that all the time, that when it comes to food, I'm always willing to try like new things. I wish to at least see if I like it. But I just feel like this work week, the last few weeks, has been kicking our butts. Everybody I talk to that work and still go into work, they all say pretty much the same thing, that, you know, they're trying to get caught up from the snow week. Like at first I thought we were gonna be out of work for maybe one day, two at most, but when I saw the amount of snow, I was like, oh, we may actually be out a good little minute. I never thought, you know, especially living in Memphis, that we would be out an entire week from snow. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. But shout out to Adam Price, my friend, that, you know, I call up on him or text him sometimes if I need help doing things on my video. Also, our photographer from the wedding, Quinn Yates, he is an excellent photographer. If you're looking for videography needs, weddings, birthdays, really any occasion, hit him up. Also, my cousin Christina Warner, she does shirts, and you know, I wanted to make sure I use my channel to promote businesses, you know, of all kinds. But of course, I'm black, so of course, I'm gonna want to support my people, support black businesses. That doesn't mean that I don't want to support other entrepreneurs or other people, you know. Make that clear for the people that may not understand. But anywho, I'm gonna continue to eat. Sometimes I can only eat half of this, y'all, so don't judge me. 'Cause my appetite, I can eat certain things, but sometimes I get full. I get full quick. So I guess I can touch this topic just a little bit. How many of y'all out there have gotten the COVID vaccine? Whether it be Pfizer, AstraZeneca, the Moderna, and I think Johnson & Johnson coming out with one as well. I just want to know your thoughts on, you know, how you feel about the vaccine. Do you plan to get the vaccine? Are you interested in getting it? Because one thing you have to be careful of, you have to be careful about what you read on social media. And I can understand um why people will have their regards for it and be hesitant about it. I understand because I was one of those people. I was one of the first ones saying I wasn't going to get it and all of that. But I would say to weigh out your pros and cons. Um, I did get my second vaccine maybe a month or so ago. Um, but I'm glad that I got the vaccine. And I encourage anybody to, do your research. Make sure you talk to your PCP, your primary care doctor about it. Or if you don't have a primary care doctor, talk to them about it. Pray about it. Everybody is different in what they believe in. And my whole thing about not wanting to get it initially is because it's so new. The technology with how they're making it is new. But it really just supposed to create antibodies or to create it to where if you do catch the virus, your body can fight it off. So it's supposed to help prevention, but also help your body to fight off the virus. And I know coronavirus is something very new to all of us. I've never lived during a pandemic. So you gotta keep in mind with the regular standard flu shot, if you've ever got one of those, it changes every year. It's not the same exact flu shot every year because there's different strands of flu, and people can very well get the flu when getting a flu vaccine, but if you were to get the flu from getting the flu shot, your symptoms are not supposed to be as bad as somebody that did not have the flu vaccine. And I'm a medical profession. I'm a medical assistant. I also work in the lab. I've been doing medical assistant, I think, for about 17, almost 18 years now. So I'm very knowledgeable of what's going on, but you still have to think about what's best for you. But the doctor I work for, he recommends it to all of his patients, to all of our patients. And so my grandmother, she got hers, and my mom is looking to get hers as well. I would just say, don't depend on social media to give you or to make you have fear about getting something that could help you. I mean, COVID is very real. I don't know how it came about. I've heard on the news, this, that, and the third, but the point is it does exist, and people are really dying from it, and they've gotten sick from it. I'm thanking God that the numbers are going down and we are in a better place, but just continue to be careful. Like I'll tell anybody, I got the vaccine, but I'm going to act as though I don't have it. I'm going to still wear my mask and do everything, because I think a lot of people, when they get the vaccine, they think they're invincible. They think I can just do whatever. I can not wear my mask, or I shouldn't have to wear my mask if I got the vaccine. It's supposed to help, but it's not a foolproof, bulletproof vaccine that you cannot get it. So you still want to remain safe. And then especially around elderly people or people that have chronic illnesses, you don't want to do anything to where you bring it back to them. You may be able to fight it off, but they may not be able to. So just be careful around, the elderly people in your family or people that have chronic illnesses. You don't want to do anything to hurt your loved ones or other people in the world, whether you know them or not. You don't want to bring, you want to be as safe as possible. And I do understand, everybody want to live their life. Everybody's sick of COVID. I am very sick of COVID. I'm ready for it to go away. But still just try to remain cautious. And, other states, they're opening up or whatever. And, some people say that, hey, they feel like that COVID all along was a flu. It may very well be, but you've never heard of anybody I think they said the numbers were 500,000 one year or the previous year before COVID hit of flu, or people, the flu virus killing, that many people in a year, which is a lie, but it's not that much. Like, look at how COVID how many deaths are related to COVID. So I mean, people have their way of, what they want to believe and all of that. And I'm the type of person, I'm not a news person. I'm not a political person. I'm not a news person. I like to be informed, but, I feel like God is in control over all of this. So I just put my trust in Him. You know what I mean? Because regardless of who is in office, regardless of what the government is trying to do, God is still God. So that's why I don't. Sometimes it could be a downer for me, like the local news. You'll never catch me watching the local news, not because I don't want to know, but because I just rather not know. You know what I mean? I'd rather not have that in my spirit. I'd rather not watch that every day, because to me it brings my mood down. I'm really happy. I'm upbeat. I try to be as positive as I can. So to bring something like that in my house and in my spirit, I just don't do. But to each his own. If you do it, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing for you to do, but be careful of what you put in your mind and your spirit on a daily basis. But a lot of older people, watch the news, and one person told me recently it's because when they were older growing up, they couldn't find out what was happening in this state and this state, or what was happening around the world. So the news, especially to, elderly people and older, wiser people, they like to watch it. Now, personally, I just don't enjoy watching it. The most I've ever watched CNN was during the election. I just thought it was hilarious. And, during COVID, it kept me up to speed. But just think, if I'm at work and I'm hearing about it 24/7, because we're on the front line, the last thing I want to do is come home and watch it. So a lot of times I would either tune it out, or if my husband was watching it, I'll watch it with him, and we'll watch certain things with the election and all of that. But most of the time when I get home, I want to watch we watch a lot of movies. We watch things that are funny. Every blue moon may be a horror movie. I'm not really scared like that. But I'm careful on the type of horror movies I watch. I don't really like to watch about demonic stuff. I'm really not engaged in that. I like watching funny things, suspense movies, action movies. I love Greek movies, ancient history movies. I love stuff like that. So just when it's your time to think about whether you want the vaccine, don't think about what social media is saying. Research it yourself. Pray about it yourself. Ask God yourself. Because my second vaccine, I ended up having the body aches and chills, and loss of appetite, because I was hurting real bad. But they say before you take the vaccine to not take Tylenol or ibuprofen before, because it can decrease the effectiveness. So even though I knew I could take it afterwards, if I developed symptoms, I just chose not to take it until probably around 9:30 at night. I got it on a Friday. But by the time everybody was getting their second dose, I was just not getting my first. So I'm just gonna be honest, I wanted to see what happened to them first. Make sure their arm don't fall off first before I decide to get it. And make sure but it says that if you do have a reaction, it's gonna last 24 hours or less. So I was like, when I did make it up in my mind to do it, I didn't go to social media. I didn't say I was gonna do it. Honestly, I prayed about it. I talked to my husband about it. I talked to my grandmother and my mom about it. Other than that, I didn't really say nothing to anybody until after I had already gotten it. I think it was fun. I ain't gonna lie. One of my friend girls posted something, and their friends was like, "Girl," she was asking about how the vaccine gonna be, and she was like, "Girl, they gonna be the Walking Dead walking around here." But no, I'm fine from it. I know plenty of people that have gotten it young, old, all different age groups, all different types of different people. I know they have gotten it, those with chronic illnesses and those without, and they are fine. Most of the time, the older people didn't even get any reaction. Because when I got my first vaccine, I didn't feel any pain, nothing. Like I didn't even feel when she gave it to me. It didn't even feel like I got a shot. But that second one, same thing. It's just I woke up the next morning and I was like, noticed my arm was like throbbing and hurting real bad. I was like, what is going on? Excuse me. And I felt like my body was aching, but I was like, maybe my arm just hurt. I'll find out when I get up. So I got out of bed and I was like, what in the world? And I text my coworker, asking her how she felt. And she was at the store, you know, it was early that morning, because she's an early bird, I'm a night owl. And I asked her how she felt, and she was like, she told me she was all right, but it seemed like, she said as soon as she got the text from me, it seemed like she just started going down, like feeling bad. And she ended up not taking anything at all, I don't believe, but I think my mom and my sister Madison came over here and brought me something to eat. Like, I didn't even feel like leaving the house. And I had every intention on at least going to give me something to eat, but my mom wanted to visit me anyway, so she was like, "Come on, I plan on coming by there anyway, so I can bring you something to eat." I think I ate some Jimmy Nicks, and it was just a little kids meal because I didn't want to get anything that I knew I wasn't gonna eat. So I got like the chicken tenders, and then after that, I didn't have an appetite for anything else. I was drinking like water and trying to stay hydrated. And then the only thing I was eating that I had here that I wanted and would eat was those little cuties, them little halos, the little oranges. I kept eating that. I probably ate like maybe 8 or 9. No lie, between 7 and 9 cuties the whole day. Because I felt fine. Like when my mom was over here, I felt fine. But she told me, she was like, I can tell in your face when you were walking around. She was like, I can tell that you were hurting and you were just trying to, you know, make the best of it. But clear like this. If COVID feel anything like how I felt that day, I don't want no parts of it. None. And just think I only had the body aches, I think I had a headache, a little loss of appetite later on that evening because I just didn't have an appetite for anything. My stomach started hurting and I didn't want to really eat anything. And my sister Madison, she came over here and she was saying, you know, for me to try a heating pad. And I had one in the closet, the storage closet, so I ended up using that. But it seemed like as the night progressed, I felt worse, you know. And probably around 9:30 at night, I was like, I want to make me some soup, some chicken noodle soup, because at first I wasn't going to eat, but I went ahead and decided to go ahead and eat something, put something on my stomach. And then at that point, around 9:30, that's when I went ahead and took ibuprofen. I think ibuprofen or Tylenol, one of them. And I remember being in bed, and I was, like, as I said my prayers before I went to bed, I could feel, like, while I was asleep, that I wasn't hurting anymore. And I was like, thank God. Like, I don't think I've ever had body aches that bad. And I'm not, you know, I'm a pretty healthy person, thank God, by the grace of God. I'm not really, I really only get sick maybe when the seasons change, or maybe once or twice out of the year, maybe a stomach bug or because, you know, a cold. Other than that, I'm overall very, very healthy. And I thank God for it. And I think also being in the medical field, when you're around sick people a lot, you know, it helps build your immune system up when you're around people who are sick. So I think that may have a lot to do with it as well. But I also had to make the decision, like, it's only me and one of my other coworkers. We're the only ones, and maybe one other, that really do all the swabbing. And so with that being said, I feel like I needed some type of form of protection, you know, since they came out with the technology to help not get it, you know. And even think about this, y'all. Even if you are at home and you don't really go anywhere, or your grandparents or whoever, older people in your family don't go anywhere, if you go visit them, it's like you could bring whatever you've been doing back to them. So, I would say to really consider, you guys, getting the vaccine, because I mean it's out there for a reason. I know that God is in control, but God, also have medical professions. He has doctors in the world and psychiatrists in the world and a lot of other people in the world that are put here to be of a help. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it, but that's just like saying, that God is in control, but I don't want to ever get a physical. I don't want to ever get, checked out. Like he has people in the world that can help you get rid of cancer. They can help you get rid of, diabetes and high blood pressure. Dietary people that can help. So, of course, God come first, and He is the overseer of it all. But that doesn't mean that you can't go to the doctor, you can't get a vaccine, but to each his own. Because, I mean, I understand, because I was one of those people. I said I would not get the vaccine, but I ended up getting it after I prayed about it and after I talked to, my close family members about it. So just do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to not get the vaccine, just continue to wash your hands. But to be honest, that's something that everybody should have been doing anyways. But make sure you sanitize before and after you go places. Remain safe, social distance, do all of what you need to do. But I think more and more people will get the vaccine once they see other people are okay from getting it. Even if you get COVID from getting the vaccine, it's not going to be as bad. But, like I said, do your own research and, do what you feel is best for you. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'm full. I may get back to it later, but I have some orders to do. And I'm a local, Memphis caterer. I do it at my leisure because I do work full time. So if you're interested, make sure you hit me up on social media, Hibblers or SicolRoyalEats. I usually like at least 24 to 48 hour notice because I have to buy the ingredients. I don't keep mostly any ingredients on hand. I buy fresh, I make to order. Make sure if you're interested in getting anything monogrammed or specialized, contact India Neely. She's on Facebook. My cousin Christina Warner that makes shirts. I have a few other people that I want to advertise as well on next videos. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all of my supporters that are still rocking with me. I appreciate you. Make sure you tell a friend, invite a friend to watch the channel. Make sure you leave a comment below to let me know how you feel about the vaccine. If you have gotten a vaccine, did you have any reactions to it? Let me know what you think. Thank you all so much for being supporters of SRE and Grill. We really appreciate you all. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the encouragement. Thank you for the comments. And thank you for just tuning in. And we will see you next time. Bye. Remember, I love you. God love you. Be blessed. Peace.